Hey. Welcome to this hopefully short training. I will aim to keep to the point. So, we are going to be talking expanding your reach and building a guest expert funnel that feels good. So, I talk in these terms because a funnel is a journey. So it's about how you can use your guest expertise to take your audience on a journey. You will learn that I always, if you haven't been around me before, I always jump ahead of my slides. So today we're talking about how to grow your reach without adding more noise by becoming the guest expert in spaces your ideal clients already trust. It is a great way to build that know, like, and trust. But it does need some thought in how you go about it, and that's what we're going to talk about today. So, what are we covering? What is a guest expert funnel? How to find the right spaces and opportunities, how to make collaboration easy and natural, and what to do afterwards, because that's something that's quite often missed, is what you need to do afterwards and what you can do afterwards. So just a little bit about me. I'm Emma Sidney. I'm a business designer. I have a gorgeous 4-year-old called Emma, and that really has helped me to focus my business and my time. And that's something I talk about as a business designer, because it's about consciously creating your business and doing things that light you up and also attract your ideal client. I have had 3 businesses. I was a nutritional life coach. My first business came on the back. It was an accidental business, a hobby one, where I'd struggled quite a long time with my mental health in my early 20s. And I went on, there's lots of things I did, which explains why I ended up training in nutrition, in NLP and timeline therapy. But I went and started to create jewelry and did loads of craft, and then I just created so much jewelry I had to sell it. And finally I do what I do now, and I'm a huge believer in our businesses evolving and changing over time, and that's something I help with. My background corporately is as an internal auditor, which means I do actually have quite a depth and breadth of experience and knowledge around business, and that's something, I'll be honest, has been a struggle for me to really capture and put out there, which is hence why it's about being a business designer. So I get it. I get some of the struggles. Let's look at what a guest expert funnel is. Now, I know a lot of people can be a bit kind of like around what actually funnels are, and I'm on a mission to kind of make them feel good, to explain them in a different way, to bring my own take on them. And for me, it is about a clear path that your audience can follow to discover you, connect with you, stay in your world, and ultimately put food on your table. Let's be realistic here. We are running a business, and I totally get, and I did when I was an internal auditor, the number of well-meaning business people that I would meet who would say, I am not a business. We have to have that kind of business mindset as well as all the loveliness, and that business mindset and that funnel mindset can be about, being kind. It can be about being mission led. It can be so much. It doesn't have to be some of the transactional stuff and the complicated tech stuff and that others are talking about. So about creating that clear path. Bear with. So let's look at this flow, this funnel in the guest expert way. So a guest expert, let's just define it first. This is where you could go into a membership, you could be interviewed. This is where you are putting across your expertise. It can be like this, it can be a presentation like this, it can be in lots of different ways. It can be going onto a podcast and talking about things. It is about showing up as a guest expert. So, about looking at different opportunities with somebody who shares a similar audience to you, or someone where their audience includes your ideal client, that builds that awareness and that connection. One of the things that we need to be doing when we're a guest expert is offering a simple, free next step. Now, some people who are offering this opportunity will have certain rules around what you can offer. It might just be, yes, that you can connect with them on Instagram or on a social media platform or a Facebook group or something like that, in which case it's a separate thing. But then it's about thinking about how you can make sure that those are optimized for the people coming to you. But ideally, you want to be offering a simple free next step when you are a guest expert. Yes, you can offer something paid as well, depending on, again, the audience and the host, but a simple free next step that is unique to your guest expert session and connects to, is like the next step of what you have been talking about, is the sweet point. Because then you can follow up, yes, with a welcome email sequence. You can move it into email, and you can, but you do it in a way that, again, is building on that guest expert session. So this is a specific thing, it's a generic thing. And then within that, you can talk about an offer, should you wish, and also build that relationship over time by talking to them. So when you're looking at your email, this is about having that segmentation. I'm probably jumping ahead in my slides, but this is the steps that you can go through to make the most of being a guest expert. And that's into your website and stuff like that. So what does this do? Oh, I have gone too many slides. Now, I do these and I do not, wait a minute, go backwards. I do not re-record. I just do them in one go. So anyway, what's going on? This is about building trust, and it is through borrowed credibility, but that's the collaboration. This is us being realistic and practical alongside, you know, really feeling that collaborativeness. And it will grow your audience. It's how we can grow each other's audience. It's a really cool thing to do. But it, again, like everything, it's a long-term thing. It's not necessarily something that's like for tomorrow. So what makes a really great guest expert? So it is great to have a clear topic or angle, which is sort of like a gem in what you do. Again, that connects to potentially what that person is, you know, how you're helping that audience. It is about having those real results. For me, in all of this, the key is that in everything that you're creating, when it comes to funnels, and this is something that you can look at in terms of what you've already got, it is about having the next step and the next step. It is about looking at that customer journey and that customer experience in what you're offering, no matter what you're doing. So if you have that core, then when you're coming to be a guest expert and you're having that strategy as part of your audience and business growth, then it's about thinking, okay, so this is what that person is looking for. This is what I can offer. This is the next step. And it's about having that warmth and that approachable energy and giving. It is about adding value. So it's something you can do. We do not need to reinvent the wheel. This is something that I am really keen to bring across in all of this. This is not about doing new things. So have a look at what you already have. What freebies do you already have? What resources do you already have? What kind of things do people ask about most? And you can talk about that, and then can become into your guest expert and into the freebie. And yes, when I said about the fact that you, again, you don't have to do a brand new freebie, but you are looking at how it could link in. And then when you're doing those links, you want to keep it so that you can see that who is coming from your guest expert efforts. And also what you've done already and what has already worked. A minute, I look over there because that's where my other screen, my big screen is, which I'm sharing. Bear with. There we go. So when you're thinking about who you, and I've already talked about some of these things previously, it is about finding that collaboration and that alignment. You're looking for memberships or masterminds that your audience joins. You need to make sure that your links are links that are going to be there forever. Not forever, but you know what I mean. You're looking for podcasts, communities that are in your niche. You're looking for people with complementary audiences. And I am a big believer, and I have had people involved in my summits and my bundles that have incredibly potentially similar businesses to me, but we all have a different take. So you can do that as well. It doesn't, you know, you can, some people would say, oh, it's a competition, I'm not going to be part of that. And some people may put that as part of their rule, but it is something that you can do. Look for local or online events when you're looking at being a guest expert. And I have got future training on bundles and summits in a little bit more detail as well. That's the day 3 training. So you want to make it easy for people to say yes. So something that you can make your life much easier for, if you're going to be looking at being a guest expert, is to have a short bio ready to go, a few ready to talk, a few ready to go talk titles. Have that freebie, have this ready, and have that photo headshot, have it saved. So then it's really easy for you to be completing these things. As you go through and do these, some people will have forms. So one of the things that I suggest is to see what these consistently asked questions are. And again, you could add that into your guest expert kit so that you don't have to keep reinventing the wheel. You can just tweak things. Oh, are you going to go on? Yay. So one of the key things in all of this is do not disappear after your guest spot. Follow up. Share the podcast when it comes out. Talk about it on your social media, and make sure that that also helps host as well, to get more people to their business. Be thankful, and have that welcome email. If it's a Facebook group, go back into the Facebook group, say, has anybody got any questions? That kind of thing. Do not just disappear, basically. So let's have a little look at your mapping your guest expert funnel. So what you can do is think about, as I say, freebies that you've already got, questions that you already have. Think about the theme that you could do and could offer. Think about preparing that nurture sequence and mapping out your guest expert funnel based on the guest spot, freebie, nurture, email offer. You could just map that out right now and ask, where are you visible? What's your next step? So your quick task for today is to write down communities or audience that already serve your ideal clients. What feels most aligned with to connect first. Obviously, you can, which I'm going to give you the bonus task now, post in the group and sort of see, post in the Facebook group and say, look, I'm going to do this. A really good Facebook group that I would highly recommend is Guest Expert Slots, brought to you by Gillian. I cannot pronounce that, her surname, but she's amazing. And it's a really good Facebook group that you can go in and see what's willing and wanted to get your guest expert sessions sorted. So yes, the bonus task is to share your guest expert idea in the group and comment on a post with encouragement intro. Start to make those connections in the Facebook group as well. So hopefully that was helpful, and have a fantastic day.